This is QTV News and I am Jenna Vasonko. Coming up, we know women benefit from donated Chinese rice. Agric Minister praises their hard work. Residents of Kanilai pay tribute to late Haruna Jatta. Government urged to investigate his killing. GAM Africa Institute mentors students on public speaking. Institute seeks to shape future leaders. Those are our top stories, and now the news in detail. Stay with us. Residents of Kanilai on Friday paid tribute to the late Haruna Jatta, who was allegedly shot and killed in June 2017 by economic forces following a protest by Kanilai residents and the surrounding villages for the removal of economic forces. And Sumana Isonyasi reports.
Haruna Jatta was allegedly shot by the Senegalese economic forces in Kamfenda. He was among the Kanilai protesters who thronged the streets in June 2017, demanding the immediate withdrawal of the economic forces in Fonye. Friday, June 3rd, marked 2 years since the unfortunate incident in which 9 others reportedly sustained gunshot wounds. His family and the residents of Kanilai have, however, said the government has not done enough to bring closure to the case. In an interview with QTV, Ibu Jamed Al-Kala of Kanilai and the village Imam Asan Jallo said government's silence on the matter is sending the wrong signal. Haruna's death left us in great shock. He was a good man and a good neighbor. The people of Kanilai will always remember him. We need answers, but government silence is not helping at all.
So gisee ñu fatale ku dee Haruna Jatta ba léegi ñu ngi koy joytu mënuñu noppi. Haruna Jatta dañ ko rey ci tooñ.
Haruna's death is still fresh in our memories because he was brutally murdered. He did not commit any crime. It's been 2 years since the incident happened and no one from the government has ever come to us or the family. Kanilai is part of Gambia and Haruna is a Gambian citizen. He deserves justice. He left behind a very young family and they need support. Speaking earlier, a visibly emotional Rohi Jatta, widow of the late Haruna Jatta, told QTV she wants those responsible for her husband's murder to face justice. His brother Abba Jatta said the family is disappointed with the way government has handled his brother's death. Meanwhile, Almame Jiba, Secretary General of Fonye Youth Development Association, said government has failed to investigate the matter 2 years on from Haruna's death.
This government is a coalition government, as I may say. It is not owned by a party, neither owned by a region. If what they're saying is true, and it's a Gambia for all, we are telling them that division has started since the former president left this country. And we are citizens. Politics comes and goes. Humanity remains. We want them to serve as human beings. We want them to serve as people of Gambia. We want them to serve as people who have identities to show that we are Gambians.
In the aftermath of the incident, government, through then Interior Minister, now Special Advisor to the President, Mai Ahmad Fati, announced that the matter would be investigated. 2 years on, government is yet to make public its findings. On Tuesday, May 7, 2019, the Attorney General Minister of Justice, Abubakar Tambedu, told journalists at a press conference that his ministry is yet to receive a report from the panel of investigators probing the death of Haruna Jatta.
We have, at my level here, reached out to the Ministry of Defense to find out, because it's a question, it's a legitimate question that has been asked by the public, that the public is interested in, because justice does not only have to be done, it has to be seen to be done. And so we have reached out to find out what the status of those investigations are, because we keep getting the inquiries, especially from the National Assembly. And I'm afraid the simple truth is that we have not yet received any response about the investigations. It's not an investigation that was commissioned by the ministry. As far as I know, it was a joint investigation by ECOMIC and the Gambia Armed Forces.
Meanwhile, Fonye Youth Development Association donated foodstuff to the late Haruna Jatta's family and school materials for his 7-year-old son. Ansumana Isonyasi for QTV News.
Empowering young people through public speaking and critical thinking using debate as a tool for change was the topic of discussion at an event on Saturday. The organizers, GAM Africa Institute for Leaders, brought together 16 senior secondary schools within the Greater Banjul area who they intend to guide into better future leaders, Babukar C reports.
A significant amount of the African population are children. This number is growing fast and is expected to hit 750 million by 2030. In the provision of education, A lot of progress has been registered, but a huge amount still needs to be done to ensure that every African child goes to school. There is serious skill shortage amongst the youth. Hence, the need really exists for the provisions of skills training centers to fill the skill gap, thus the provision of gainful employment to a marginalized group. In light of this, GAM Africa Institute for Leaders aims to offer support in confidence building through communication skills, organizing debate societies, voice of the youth, and motivational public speaking seminars targeting young people. The support also focuses on political, entrepreneurial, marketing, professional, social, and community leadership skills, equip them with a critical mind and analytical skills through peer reviews. During the 5 months mentorship program, GUILD will be offering multilingual programs to develop working knowledge of 2 or more of the official languages used in the African continent to the participating students. The Vice President of GAM Africa Institute for Leadership by Male Wada challenged the students to be hungry for knowledge and be self-confident in what they do, stressing that education doesn't stop at the 4 corners of the classroom.
I was talking to some friends and I said we need to declare a national emergency on skills. No, I'm honest. I think that's the only way we can develop. We need skills in whatever you do. I don't care what career, what field you want to do, or whatever you want to do, you need skill. If you don't have that skill, it will be difficult for you to progress in whatever you want to do. Manifestation is important in your life. And that is saying things and writing them. As Africans, we hardly write. We like to talk, but we hardly write. We hardly take notes. And someone mentioned reading. It's part of the learning process. Successful people, they read. They learn from others. That's what reading is. It's just learning from somebody else. So it's a constant process. The more you read, the more you'll know.
Momodu Jallo, program manager of the organization, tells us the importance of the 5 months mentorship program with the students.
So the competition is a 5-month project. So it's not a mere debate where students will come 1 day, 2 days, and then the competition ends, and then they announce as a winner or a loser. But in this place, there's no loser. So we'll be training them. We have a boot camp during the 5-month project, and the competition itself will start around September. So now what we will do is we'll have a boot camp where we'll take them and then bring experts who will be training them on public speaking, critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and presentation skills. You know, this is the problem of many students in the Gambia now. They produce straight A's, but they are not able, or they will not be able to stand out and then defend those A's in terms of interview or any other platform. So this is a problem that they face. So GAM Africa Institute for Leadership deem it necessary that they can come with this initiative to help students to build their capacity in public speaking, which is very important because they have something in their mind, they have something that they want to do, but they cannot express it out.
Amifal from Methodist Senior and Ato Bondugwa from St. Augustine's both expressed delight of being part of the event.
Well, to me, it's a great opportunity to be with these people, like the girl, for this debating stuffs. I want to be a good public speaker, and I guess this is a good opportunity for me to be involved in it. Even if at all I'm not part of the winners, but I guess and I think I'll be able to know my wrongs and my right from this. Well, it's going to be interesting though, because I want to be a linguist and I'm doing French, and I heard of Mr. Momodu Jallo saying also French is going to be part of it. So I think it's going to improve my speaking skills and my vocabulary too, in both English and French language.
It's a great opportunity because, as Mr. Wada said, we need to grab opportunities when they come. So as Momodu also said, the project coordinator said that there are no losers here. And this 5-month training, it's also to help us to build us better to be a good leader. So you either win or lose, it doesn't matter here. All that matters is that you are built, and as my fellow student already said that, to know your right and your wrongs. So me coming here as a student also give me the opportunity, and I'm sure that after the end of this 5 months project, I'm sure I'll be a better good public speaker.
By the end of the 5 months program, students will have the opportunity to build the confidence in themselves and be able to express themselves in any given platform. The GAM Africa Institute for Leadership Guild is a non-profit charitable organization established in 2017 to provide and equip African youths with the necessary soft, life, and emotional skills to grow and transform into future leaders. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
Our Badaro Juve is one of the youngest Gambians to complete and formally launch a book. She did so when the book titled Flow was launched at an event on Saturday. Maria Tussar tells us more.
The official launching of our Badara Diouf's book, Flow, is a milestone for young Gambians. There has been much talk that, with the fast evolution of technology, a lot of young people are distracted by different social media, including Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, etc. It is also assumed that this has led to a short attention span among the young, leading to a loss of interest in writing and reading. The Minister for Women's Affairs, Children and Social Welfare, Fatou Kinte, encouraged young people to venture into writing and to use the internet responsibly. She also added that schools should make sure books written by Gambians are put into the school curriculum to encourage more writers.
While going to school, we read a lot of books in literature written by people from South Africa and Eastern Africa, and also from some of the Nigerian authors. But I'm proud that now we have Gambian authors coming into being. And then we'll make sure, I think in our schools should make sure that in our literature classes, we make use of books written by Gambian authors. That's the only way in which we can empower Gambian writers, more especially female Gambian writers. And I strongly believe that this book we are about to launch today will inspire a lot more Gambians and also female Gambians to go into writing.
Amina Fall Sonko, guest speaker at the book launch, describes how the book encompasses every person. She says no matter what walk of life you're from, Flow has something for you.
If you decide to do anything in life, temporarily or permanently, whether it is driving a taxi, becoming a fisherman, working as a teacher, a lawyer, or whatever your heart desires, remember, do it to the best of your ability. If you have not read Flow yet, take time to do so. No matter what walk of life you are from, there is something in it for you. As the Gambia continues to develop into a country we all hope and dream of, a country full of ambitious men, women, and youth, it is the words like what our has formulated in Flow that can help keep that desire to reach your goals while facing whatever adversities life throws your way. The future of our millennials is brilliant, it's promising, and it is bright.
Our Badara Diouf, the author of the book Flow, explains the inspiration the book is derived from, and further says 25% of the money from each book sold will be donated to her charity foundation called African.
The inspiration of Flow is my experiences, personal experiences, social issues, and things that people everywhere are going through. Basically, I have founded and manage a non-profit called African, and 25% of all sales will be going to African. African is an organization that doesn't make money, and we take our resources to help the kids in schools and people who are underprivileged and try to give them a happy childhood and an easy social life.
The blob on the book jacket describes Flow as the movement of the in-between. It is what happens when you let go and decide to leave. It is paradoxically the ease that comes when you embrace the pain and difficulties. Flow is everything. Flow is you, and you are everything. Reporting for QTV News, I am Maria Tussar.
Winner women at Saro have benefited from the Chinese-donated rice. Aliou Cisse witnessed the handing over on Saturday, and he now reports.
The People's Republic of China donated 2,734 tons of parboiled rice to the Republic of the Gambia. The rice was earmarked for farmers who encountered poor harvest in the 2017-18 rainy season and other vulnerable groups across the country. These women here at Saro depend on winnowing to make ends meet. Totaling 162, they were each handed 2 bags of 50-gram parboiled rice. Agriculture Minister Ami Fabre, who spearheaded the handing over, praised the women for their hard work.
Women are part of the society, and if you can see, they're so vulnerable. This is where they have their livelihood, because every day these women are here At least they are winnowing some groundnut sell so that at least they can have some amount from it so that at least they can sustain their family. So based on that, they are so vulnerable. So having this rice is important for them to have their own share.
She explains what delayed the distribution of the rice to the beneficiaries.
We understand this rice was brought in to support farmers who were affected by last year's farming season. Why has it taken the government so long to give out this rice?
You know, it's not that long because for me, I'm only 2 months in the office. I found the process on. So remember, there are procurement process. So it's not easy to do procurement. So because it has to go through some hands so that at least they can clear the rice from the pot. So based on that, we need to do some paperwork properly so that at least there will be no hindering so that at least farmers can have it on time.
Minister Fabre used the ceremony to reassure that the rice is fit for consumption, contrary to media reports that the rice had expired.
Let them use the rice at least in a reasonable time because the people are saying that it's expired, but I'm telling them that it's not expired because the label on the bag is the label the rice was produced, but not the expiring date. Yeah, let them be confident to themselves to use the rice. It has no harm. Yeah, it's a quality rice. It's parboiled rice because the rice is steamed then after process because it has all the nutrient content, which is more even better than the rice they are selling at the market.
Mbahendur, speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, thanked the donor for the generosity. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
UNA Forex Exchange Bureau made a presentation of rice, oil and electronic gadgets to various institutions on Saturday as part of its contribution to the development of the Gambia. Ajibintu Drame reports.
UNA Forex Exchange Bureau is a household name in the Gambia and has been around for 10 years. The company, a money transfer company, prides itself on fast and reliable transactions. The donated items went to Tanka Tanka, SOS Children Village, Prison Department, Police Force, Darussalam Islamic School and the Islamic Institution for Education and Development. The company says this is part of its contribution to national development.
The services that we do along as part of helping the customers that are using our services as well. That is the bill payments and then cash power purchase that we can do. And then we also do internal remittances that we're promoting right now. Is doing very well in the country and is helping a whole lot of families, especially those casual workers who are just paid daily wages. And then they will be able to move funds to their families in the quickest possible time.
Momodu Barrow, General Manager, explains how the company operates. Mr. Barrow hopes the donation proved to be useful to the various institutions. He also expressed his gratitude to their partners.
Especially the police force and the prisons. These are institutions that are in constant contact with the community. And the community need to have trust in the security sector. If that is lacking, then there's a problem. And in the past, we are aware of some of the criticisms. We are taking them on board, and we promise that we're doing everything we can to make sure that we provide service that the community will be satisfied.
ASP Almame S. Manga of the police force, one of the beneficiary organizations, expressed gratitude, saying the police force will use the items well. He also promised the police force will do their best in terms of security and offer their services when the need arises.
It is a small gesture, but it is not a small gesture. As many of you already know, SOS as an organization takes care of children that have lost parental care and those that are at risk of losing parental care. And we also solely rely on donors, both overseas and locally, to be able to sponsor our programs. And therefore, we are very delighted to receive such a gesture. And we assure you we will going to acknowledge this formally. But of course, we hope that others will emulate, because meeting the needs of vulnerable children in the Gambia is our collective responsibility. And therefore, we thank you and we are very grateful, and we look forward to more collaboration with your institution. Because
other beneficiaries echoed the same views. Representative of SOS Children expressed sincere gratitude.
As a Gambian, we will one way or the other contribute towards the advancement of our own people.
Yona Foreign Exchange Bureau is one of the most leading financial service provider in the country. We have almost 52 locations that have been operating in this country to provide financial services at the doorstep of the Gambian people.
Ajibintu Dwame, QTV News.
Before we end this news bulletin, let's recap our main headlines. Winner women benefit from donated Chinese rice. Agric Minister praises their hard work. Residents of Kanilai on Friday paid tribute to the late Haruna Jatta, who was allegedly shot and killed in June 2017 by economic forces following a protest by residents of Kanilai and the surrounding villages for the removal of economic forces in Fonyi. Empowering young people through public speaking and critical thinking using debate as a tool for change was the topic of discussion at an event on Saturday. The organizers, GAM Africa Institute for Future Leaders, brought together 16 senior secondary schools within the Greater Banjul area, who they intend to guide and shape into better future leaders. That is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Do join us tomorrow, same time for more news. Thanks for watching.